once upon a time, there was an abbreviated restorative practice. So this is a practice for when you don't have tons of time and you might be deciding between a 30-minute nap, but maybe you want to do something a bit more active where you're definitely comfortable but still slightly awake, in which case we have your restorative practice. So this is a shorter version for you if you need a little bit less of a commitment. Restorative practices can be challenging at home because you might not have a bolster, you might not have blocks, in which case you can get super creative and you can make something that looks like this shape. Find something that could support you like blocks, 2 blankets, towels, whatever. And then I also have an eye pillow, or if you have an eye mask or something, a sleeping mask, you can use that. You don't need it, it's really just to help you really block out the light and the world around you so you can take a deeper pause. And we're going to start right on the back. So coming down onto your mat, taking any layers you might like for this too. It's nice to get nice and cozy. Keep your socks on. And as you find yourself down on your back, you can take that eye pillow already if you want. Knees are bent, feet are out wider, knees tent towards each other. And placing your pillow or your mask over your eyes if you have it. Let the arms land wherever they feel comfortable. And then take a deep breath in. And let it go. And do another like that. Deep breath in. And let it go. And start to mentally press pause on any to-do lists. Pause any plans that you might be thinking about for later. Let go of whatever was going on prior to you getting on your mat. And give yourself this little time just for yourself. Allow yourself to get quiet, to find some rest, and to recharge. As you begin to bring your attention inside, notice all the different layers, noticing how the physical body feels, noticing your energy, noticing the movement of the thoughts. And just feel the events of your day swirl and settle down. Start to watch the breath moving in and out. And with each exhale, can you relax a little bit more? Let go of any tightness, let go of any tension. And begin to breathe a little slower. Relaxing through the face. Soften the jaw. Soften around the eyes and the eyebrows. Feel the shoulders releasing down towards the floor. Let the muscles along the spine relax and release into the ground. Soften through the belly. Feel the breath moving through the belly. Let your hips be nice and heavy into the floor. Relax any holding in the legs. And give yourself 5 more slow, deep breaths, just as you've landed here. Allow your next 2 breaths to be even slower and even fuller. And then last deep breath in. And letting it go. And start to hug your knees in towards you. Wrapping the arms around the legs. You can keep the eye pillow or your eye mask on if you have it. Or you can let it fall to the side. And begin to rock a bit side to side here. Massaging out the back. And can you slow it down? Just an easy rock side to side. And keeping your knees together, circle them in one direction. Hands hold the knees. And then change the direction. Circle the knees away from each other, getting into the hips a little more. Taking it one way and then change the direction. And then pause, hugging your knees towards you once more. Circle through your ankles. Taking them in both directions. Point and flex a bit. And then roll on over to one side. The eye pillow can fall to the ground if you have it. And then gently press yourself on up, coming up to a seat. And then prepare for your next pose. So for this one, you need something that looks like this shape. If you have a blanket, you may want a little bit more cushion underneath the legs. So setting up something that looks like that. And this bolster might be a little low. If you have something, you can make it a little higher. It might feel good. So the toes come to touch, knees come wide, sliding your bolster in towards you, taking a supported child's pose. You'll come down to rest on your bolster. It might be higher, you might like it lower. So noticing what feels good today. Arms are kind of hugging the bolster and then just releasing down. Eyes can close again as you soften into this. Making any adjustments that you need to if the feet aren't comfortable or if the legs aren't comfortable. So I'm going to try a blanket between my seat and my feet, see if that feels better. It does. It just gives a little bit more space if the knees need a bit more space or the hips. So doing what you need to do to get comfortable and then settle in. And again, taking a deep breath in and sigh it out. And take another deep breath in. And let it go. And at the end of that exhale, can you allow the shoulders to release? Let your head get heavier into the support beneath you. Follow your breath moving in and out a few times. And then even let that go. And taking some rest in this new shape. And if it's comfortable for you to turn your head the opposite way, feel free to do that to just balance things out. If that's not comfortable, just go back to how you were. And if turning the head to one side doesn't feel good, you can also stack the hands. Rest the forehead on the hands so you can still breathe with the head straight down. Resting however you've landed for a few more breaths. See if you can relax into this shape a little bit more. Are you holding anywhere?
side out. And extend the arms long out in front of you. And as you inhale, slowly roll back and up the hands and knees over your bolster. Pausing in a tabletop position. And slowly begin to circle through the ribs. A little bit of movement through the spine. Change the direction and see if you can slow it down even more. And pause in a neutral tabletop. Begin to circle through the hips a bit. And again, taking it nice and slow. And then change the direction. And then pause in center. As you inhale, arc open, look up. Exhale, curl in, belly button draws towards spine. Inhale, arc open, look up. And curl in. One more time, arcing open, look up. And curl in. Come back to a neutral spine. And then setting up for our next pose, which will be a supported bridge pose. So for this one, you can move your one blanket, towel, whatever you got, out a little further. Your bolster shape will come right up against that. There's a bit more setup for this one. We're using it all. 2 blocks with a blanket on top if you have it. Otherwise, something that gives you a little bit of a ledge. Make sure you've got that eye pillow or mask close by if you're using it. And then come to sit on the very end of your bolster, like so. Allow yourself out along the length of it. And then begin to slide towards your head. And you want to slide just till the very tops of your shoulders come to touch down. And it's nice to have that sliding motion because it pulls the skin down the back, rolling the shoulders down. And then you're balancing that with maybe a little choking of your shirt. So just make sure you're still comfortable. And then just pause for a moment there. Notice if you like more support under the head and shoulders or less. If you build up the support underneath the head and shoulders, it'll be less of an opening in the back. So if your back is like, I don't like this so much, give it a little time. See if it starts to settle down. If not, you can build that support up. Just take another breath here with the knees bent. Settling into this in stages. And then when that starts to feel pretty good, you can begin to extend the legs out along your little leg rest here. And if taking the legs out makes the back uncomfortable, if the low back starts to feel a little pinchy, you can bring the feet back down. Or you can think about lengthening through your feet, being a bit more active for a second. And then release. And see if that just gave you a little bit more space in the back. Take that eye pillow if you're using it. Close out the world. Arms rest wherever they feel comfortable. Feet can flop naturally in whatever direction. And gently begin to sink into the support here. Feeling that opening through the front body the lightness through the heart center. Nice and open through the belly, the front of the hips and legs. Feel your head heavy on the floor. Arms nice and soft, shoulders soft. Relax the back into the support of the bolster or pillows beneath you. Soften the legs and the feet and the toes. And with each breath, seeing if you can drop in a little bit more. Relax the muscles in the neck. Let the upper back soften. The mid back releasing a little more. The lower back softening. Breathing into this supported heart opener. If at any point you feel like you need to adjust, feel free to change things up, adjust what you need to. Make it comfortable. And you may notice as you stay here the waves that show up. So as you first settle in, there may be some physical discomfort. Your body might not be sure if this actually is how you want to hang out for the next few minutes. And then you might start to relax into it. And then the body might start talking again. This spot feels a little uncomfortable. And then that'll start to dissipate. So just riding these waves. And seeing if you can keep surrendering, keep softening. And when you're ready, taking another deep breath in. And sigh out. And to come out of this, bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor again. pause there for a couple of breaths. Taking it in stages to come out, just like as we did when we got into this. And then start to gently flop to one side, off of your support. And just rolling to rest on a side for a moment. And then use the strength of your arms to press yourself on up. Take your time to get there. Move slowly through the transitions. How are we doing? Pretty good? Calming down? Feeling relaxed? I hope so. So move your bolster off to your left. Move your little leg station off. You can keep the blanket there if you like. You can turn it so more of the back is supported. We're coming down onto the back again. Starting with the knees bent, roll on down once more. Have that bolster or whatever you're using that looks like this shape. It could even be a block for this. Have that close by. Then extending the left leg long, hug your right leg in. Relax the shoulders. Left hand stays with the knee, right arm comes out to the side, and start to guide the leg over and having it come to rest on your bolster. And then adjusting so that the hips are basically stacked on top of each other. Right arm is nice and long. Left arm can stay with the leg or you can let it come out. And if being in this shape, the right arm is more like this, hanging in the air, the right shoulder is tighter, you can bend the elbow, bringing the hand to rest on the rib cage and let that elbow fall towards the floor. And then taking a moment, turning the head in whatever direction feels most comfortable. Eyes can close again and settling into this twist. Seeing if you can relax here. So with the leg propped up, it can be nice for that upper hip to just release. You can play with drawing the knee closer in towards you or taking it further away to see what feels good. And slowly sinking into this new shape, this gentle twist. Feeling the right shoulder getting heavier, falling to the right as the leg twists to the left. Just like in the other poses, seeing if there's any waves that come up. Feeling comfortable and then uncomfortable maybe. Thoughts that come and go. And just noticing them not getting hooked by any of the waves. Adjusting if you need to. And taking another deep breath in here and let it go. To come out of this, start by bringing the head back to center, gazing up towards the ceiling. And then draw your right knee back in towards you, coming back onto your back, hugging the right leg in. And then release the leg long, sweep the arms overhead, stretch from fingers to toes, give them a little wiggle, and release. Moving your bolster, block, pillow, whatever you've got to support the leg, bring it over to the right. Hug your left leg in. Relax the shoulders. You can circle the ankle a bit. And then keeping the right hand with your knee, draw the left arm out and start to guide the leg over to the right. Having it land on the support, adjusting the legs, stacking the hips, and relax your left shoulder down. And again, if this shoulder is tighter, if the arm is just hanging out in space and that's not comfortable, you can bend the elbow, bring the hands to rest on the ribs, and let your elbow release towards the floor, drawing that shoulder down in maybe a bit more comfortable fashion. So the arm's either here bent or it's out to the side, the palm facing up. And then experimenting with which direction the head wants to go. Just letting it flop wherever it feels most natural, wherever it feels most comfortable. Taking a deeper breath in and sighing it out, surrendering into the support beneath you. And taking another deep breath in and sigh out. And start to turn the head back to center, up towards the ceiling. Hug your left leg towards you as you roll onto the back again. And extend both legs long. Sweep the arms overhead, stretch from fingers to toes. Exhale, arms out and down. Bend the knees, bring the feet to the floor. And roll over to one side. Slowly, gently help yourself on up again. Then setting up for our final posture, our final relaxation. So I'm going to use one of my blankets as a pillow under my head. And then I'm going to make a little stack for my legs. So if you have blocks and pillows, you might be able to do this. Something like that. If you have bigger pillows, you could stack those. You can also use the seat of a chair or a couch or something. Have your eye pillow close by if you're using it, or a mask. And then placing your legs up on the support. So you're creating this kind of 90-degree angle with the legs. Cover yourself up if you feel cold at all. Nothing like being extra cozy in your restorative. You can have someone tuck you in if you have someone with you close by. Make sure this isn't going to fall. Then making any adjustments to get comfy here. So with the legs up higher like this, it allows the low back to release. So if you feel any pinching or tightness in the back, this might be a nice version. Otherwise, you can take the legs straight out. You can do whatever feels good. Rest on your side, rest on your belly. Take something that feels nice and comfy. Placing your eye pillow if you have it, arms resting wherever. And again, taking a deep breath in to help you settle in here. And sigh it out. Take another deep breath in. And let it go. And then one more like that. Deep breath in. And let it go. And invite your whole body to soften. Feel the bones get heavier and sink down towards the floor. Let the muscles let go their grip on the bones. Let go of any residual tightness or tension. Feel your skin soften, softening its grip on the muscles. And your whole body just releasing a little bit more. Giving yourself some time to rest, some time to recharge. have the time, you can stay here as long as you like. You can turn this into an extra long restorative if you wish. Or if the river needs to keep flowing, follow my lead coming out of this. Starting to bring a bit more attention to the breath. Feeling the breath moving through the body. And inviting your next inhale to be a bit fuller, bringing in a bit more energy. Then your exhale, soft and smooth. Letting a little movement come back, a little wiggle of fingers and toes. Or maybe there's a small stretch calling your name. Let your head gently flop side to side. Then bend your knees in towards you. If you have an eye pillow, you can hold that with one hand as you roll on over to a side. Letting the eye pillow fall to the ground, the light start to filter in through the eyelids. And then very gently, very sweetly, help yourself back on up to a comfortable seat. Eyes staying closed or having a fuzzy gaze. And taking a moment when you land in your seat, noticing what it feels like sitting here now. And how does the body feel? What's going on in the mind at this point? How's your energy? Bring one hand to heart center, other hand rests on top of it. Bow your head towards hands and heart. Thank yourself for showing up, for giving yourself this precious pause. Inhale the head back up, bowing to the wonder and wisdom within you. Namaste. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Feel a little bit calmer. Take it easy. I'll catch you next time. Bye.